What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we are in Post Falls, Idaho, and have you ever just had one of those days that like you wish it was over or not there or whatever? That was absolutely today, and it kind of started yesterday evening and just continued to get worse all day. So what happened? Well, that Cougar fifth wheel, the one that I didn't get a chance to give you guys a video of, on the inspection they said that I had thrown a bunch of rocks and somehow chipped up the front of the unit. At first I was like, well, that sucks. I mean, you know, I've got the fancy full width mud flap. Yeah, I backed into the bush, whatever. Like, I don't see how I could have done that. And then as I was sitting there and doing the paperwork, I went, wait, that's a fifth wheel, which means the front of it was, there's the tire. The front of it was right about here, which is at the tire. So how could I have done that? The only thing I can think of is that it was you know, a passing semi or something like that. I don't know. We'll see if they try and ding me for it. I'll figure it out. We'll see. If so, that sucks. So then we went down and we picked up that other 35-foot Cougar, the bumper pull, and you saw the whole shit show with the snow last night. How great that all went. Well, took off this morning and there was still some snow on the ground, but it wasn't bad. Rained almost all day. Got to the delivery, the lot was completely full. Had to try and figure out where to park, and finally got it all done, which, you know, I spent probably 20 minutes for them to try and figure out where they were going to put me, because there was no room to put a new unit. So finally got that taken care of, got the unit dropped off, took off, yeah, this morning. So dropped that, went and picked up the other one. Well, tried to pick up the other one. And for those of you familiar with Washington, I was going through Stevens Pass, which is kind of no cell service, and there was a ton of snow. And I see this guy on the side. He was off the road, stuck in this Ford Explorer, but he was a ways off. Like, he had pulled down into a rest area. I don't know. He went down there, he was stuck. And I went, oh, you know, this truck's not going to do great in the snow, but it should be able to pull this guy out. Like, I got it. Well, it didn't. I got stuck. Turns out, as I knew, so don't try and beat me up here too bad, but those tires are terrible in the snow, and then a almost 10,200 pound truck, it didn't end well. So he's stuck, I'm stuck, and that took about an hour. Another guy came and he had a Tahoe, and we hooked my chain to the front of my truck. I keep a little chain with me. We hooked it up here, right to that, and then attached it to his strap and hooked the strap up to his Tahoe so that he could be out on the dry pavement instead of trying to pull me in the snow, which wasn't happening. And it ripped the front hook off of his Tahoe, and it came flying at my truck in like slow motion. I'm just no, and missed the windshield, flew on the ground. And I was like, oh shit, you know, I'm sorry, man. He goes, it's no big deal, you know, I got another one, we'll hook it up again, we'll try again. I was like, okay. And we finally got it out. We got the other guy out. We sent the Tahoe in first so that I could be out on the pavement if the Tahoe got stuck, because it was a bit of a hill to get down to where the Explorer was, and that's what got me. And we got everyone out. Everything was good. Now I'm late, and I barely get to the repo yard. Yes, this third one was another repo, but it was just picked up from the repo yard, not actual repo. So I get there right before he closes, go to hook up to the unit, and it's a repo, so it's got batteries in it, but they're dead. So I put my little jump box on it, get everything working, just because it had like the dual battery with the crossed over cables and all that shit, and I didn't. It's that kind of day. Need to watch what I'm saying a little better. I didn't want to mess with unhooking all that and then trying to do the rewiring and whatnot. Well, not really rewiring, you know what I'm saying. I didn't feel like messing with the batteries and everything. So hook my little jump box up to it, get the jack working, get it hooked up, do my pre-trip. Everything's good. Minus the fact that the unit was a piece of crap. It was a 2012 that was not taken care of, and anyway, get it hooked up, and the batteries were so dead that my truck wouldn't charge it. It was throwing the warning light on the dash. So I unhooked it before it popped the fuse, which then for whatever reason locks out the computer, which causes them to have to go in and reprogram it on these. I don't know. It happened once. It was $100 for them to fix it. So I put my battery in there, and we take off. Well, I take off. So I got my battery hooked up on this crappy unit, and I go and I get to the delivery place, and it's a 24-hour drop. It's an auction house. So I got it dropped just like an hour ago, and went ahead and got it all dropped, paperwork submitted, everything's good, and decided I'm going to fill up. Now, we run the EFS card here at Horizon. I don't know what everyone uses. I assume everyone's got some sort of a fleet card. We use the EFS card, and you can see the prices, the discount that you get at all these different gas stations. Well, there's a Petro just a couple miles from where I dropped. Sweet, I'm gonna go to the Petro because it's $2.75 a gallon, which is great. And then I figured that after that, I'm going to go to the nearest Pilot, which was like a half a mile down the road from the Petro, because I have free showers there. And after dealing with that Explorer and snow up to my knees and running around and all that crap, I'm ready for a shower. I can smell myself. Well, I get there and it runs my card, and then it says, do you want a cash advance? And I hit no, and then it goes transaction canceled. And it does that 3 times, and then it locks my card. Fine. I will just go to the Pilot, where it was like $3.02 a gallon. It was low $3. You know, it's an extra 25 cents a gallon. Not the end of the world. Not ideal, but whatever. So I go there, and they don't have DEF, and my DEF tank is almost empty. Fine. So pull up the Pilot app, because I know I'm staying at a Pilot because I want a shower, and I have free showers. I'm not going to pay for a shower. And I find one that has DEF. It's 30 miles away, and it's in Idaho, which is why we're in Post Falls, Idaho now. And I get here, and it's $3.40 a gallon. At this point, I don't care. I want the day to be over, so I got the expensive diesel. I filled up my DEF tank, cleaned out the truck, got everything ready. Sweet, I'm gonna hop on the load board. I'm gonna see what's available, what's out there. Nothing. There's 11 loads, and they're in like Iowa, Michigan, Texas, Arkansas, Florida. I'm not gonna deadhead that far for a load that pays like $300. Okay, cool. There's one in Oregon. I can deal with Oregon. It's in Coos Bay. Okay. I can do Coos Bay. I'm from Coos Bay. My family is in Coos Bay. A lot of my friends are in Coos Bay. That would be great. 65 cents a mile. Pays I think it's $189 because it's just going back to the yard in Dallas. It's like 200 miles or something. It's something really short. It's like a 3-hour drive. I'm not going to deadhead to Coos Bay to pick this up. I would spend more in diesel to get there than what I would get paid for the whole load. So, as of right now, I'm sorry. So I went, oh, well, I'll see what's in Indiana because, you know, that's $2,400 payday. I'll deadhead to Indiana. At this point, I don't care. I just want to work. You know, I took all that time off for the holidays, not because like I wanted the time off. You know, I wanted like the holiday off, but just lack of loads and whatnot. I wound up taking off a lot more time than I wanted. All right, cool. I'll go to Indiana. I pull up the main board, the Indiana board. 0 loads. Okay. So as of right now, the plan is I will deadhead home. I'm only 7 hours from home. So go home, do a 34. I've still got like 40 something hours on my clock. I guess I'll do a reset. Hopefully something will come on the board. I do have the ability to self-dispatch, so if anything pops up, I can snag it immediately, and I don't know, we'll figure it out. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. I will find a way to make this work. I'm just not sure what that is yet. I have ran into a couple guys in flatbed, and I talked with Chris for hours, and if I can find a way to get my hands on one of those trailers, because keep in mind, like brand new, they're like 26 grand. Plus, you have to pay to do the bed delete, which is not as simple as you would think. Like it's not hard. It's not a lot of work, but it's not free. You know, there's things you have to buy. So if I can find a way to get my hands on all of that, we are going to go ahead and do that for a few reasons. And we'll cover those reasons if/when we actually make this jump. But everyone I've talked to, the guys that have been doing it for a long time, the last guy I talked to has he's got a lot of miles under his belt, and he was telling me the way that he runs it and how he's always busy and how he does that. So that was kind of my selling factor. So I am officially actually working on a way to get the flatbed happening, and I'm going to rip the bed off my $100,000 Ford. Awesome. So anyway, yesterday ended crappy. Today was completely crappy. The load boards are empty. I'm 7 hours from home, and I'm going to rip my truck apart as soon as I physically can. How was your day? I hope all of you had a great one. Those of you on the roads, as always, I wish you fair winds and following seas. I am taking a shower. You guys, take care, have a great night, and let's hope tomorrow's better.